Welcome to Bean to Barstool Bite Sized, where we spend about 5 minutes with some of our favorite people from craft beer and craft chocolate. Today we talk with Harshit Gupta, co-founder of Madhu Chocolate in Austin, Texas. Harshit celebrates many of the flavors of his Indian heritage in the chocolate he makes with his husband, Elliott. Here we talk about some examples and how his mom's cooking influences his chocolate, an influence that extends to the name Madhu itself.
So Madhu is actually my mom's name, and it actually means honey or sweet in Hindi. And then we have some flavors which are inspired by my mom's cooking. When mom makes some recipes, and then we use it in the chocolate, and it worked out well. So one is our Masala chai chocolate, which is actually one of our, out of all the flavors, that's our top seller. And that Masala chai chocolate is exactly, it has 5 spices, which she puts every morning in her, when she makes chai. And which actually in India, it's like a ritual for every family to drink it 3 times a day. So she puts a lot of spices in there: cardamom, cloves, black pepper, ginger, mint, all that stuff which goes in the chocolate. So yeah, so we kind of got the recipe of how much she puts exactly, because the thing is, it's all about those nuances of every spice, how much you want to put in, because every spice has its own notes, and you have to be careful how much you are putting in, because anything will take over the other one. And then that's one part, but then you also don't want to take over the flavor of the chocolate. Then we also had another one, which it was our holiday special, and that was our take on peanut chocolate, because peanuts and chocolate go really well together, as we all, it's like a very classic combination of chocolate. So there we had a spicy peanut chocolate, which is actually, the spicy peanuts are basically something in Diwali, which is our, for Hindus, that's our Christmas. Diwali, which happens in November, October time frame. It's a festival of lights. So every family will make their snacks for anyone else who will come to their home. And one of the snacks is spicy peanuts. So it's a very classic thing which we have there. And we try to use that in our chocolate. So yeah, those are 2 flavors which were totally according to how she makes it. And it's kind of like when we did the first few times, it was her who was doing that first part for us. Because I'm I don't know, you have to do it. Because the problem with the Indian moms is that when we talk about mom, I want to make XYZ today, she will just say oh yeah, so you just put some cumin powder in there. They will never tell you how much, because no one knows exactly. They all do it by eyeball. It's mostly just look at the pot and you just look at the color and you see oh yeah, this looks right. So yeah.
Do you still have any kind of emotional reaction to those flavors when you taste one of your own chocolates?
Yeah, so for me, when I'm doing a cardamom, for me, cardamom is such a, it just reminds me of all the different sweets which my mom makes. It just reminds of that. It's a very much it's just that memory of oh yeah, this is reminds me exactly how she used to make the, when she's not here, when she's here, she will make the same kind of stuff. And then, yeah. And there is another one which we have it's our coconut milk cashew, which actually is the most common dessert, I would say, which you will see throughout India. It will be a different takes to it, but it's kheer. Kheer is basically a rice pudding, and it has a lot of nuts. It has it has cashews, it has saffron, and it has cardamom in it. It's basically you're taking milk and rice and you're cooking it for hours and hours. So you get a nice pudding, and that is what when I eat that, it's just it's oh yeah, I just had kheer right now.
What does your mom think of those chocolates?
So mom, for her, she has a sweet tooth. She doesn't understand the dark chocolate that much. So she doesn't go for 70. Those are oh yeah, that's not even a chocolate for her. It's so for her, it's the saffron milk and masala chai. For her also is her to go kind of chocolate. They are sweeter, because saffron milk is something which back in India, whenever she has taken the bars, they are the most hit ones, because people understand that, people appreciate it more because of that reason. So it's just that entire, and it's also sweeter. It's only 45% cacao, so much more on the simple side chocolate. Masala chai gets a lot of as soon as people eat it, the first thing is, oh my God, it just feels like my mom is hugging me right now. It's that kind of feeling. And that is what we see, oh, this is how my mom will make it. Or people will be oh my God, that just reminds me, in my last trip, I did it to India when I was in here, and I had this, I would drink this chai every 3 or 4 times a day. So it brings a lot of nostalgia to people, and obviously that is what is rewarding.
Harshit and Elliott's chocolate bars are available on madhuchocolate.com. The music today was by my dear friend, indie folk musician Anna P.S. My name is David Nilsson. Thanks for listening to Bean to Barstool Bite Sized.